Paula P. Works here, back like we never left with chapter 1088 of One Piece, entitled The Last Lesson. So to start things off, let's just cover the color spread first. I love the promotion for the live action Netflix show. I do think is a very cool color spread. The cover of Jump is also promoting the live action. The cover's a little jarring, but okay, let's hope it's not bad, because oh boy, I've got some things bubbling in my gut based on how we've seen how things have gone on. Also, I like how the pre-time skip designs have not been compromised for the show, but they do look a little different than they did when the manga first started. Not really gonna hold that against Oda. I think Nami looks cute, for example, but that's beside the point. Okay, I'm not gonna go beat for beat because there's only one thing to say. Smoker is dead. Smoker's dead, y'all. Smoker is dead. How in the world can you say that Smoker is an important Marine in any respect after this chapter? Did you read the chapter? I know you did. I know you read the chapter. Kobe is scaling to where Luffy was in Dressrosa. He is destroying mountain-sized obstacles with effort, not with ease, but with effort. And then he is being correlated directly to Kuzan because he's practicing on the battleship bags. He was working 100 times or 200 times harder than one would normally because he understood that he was just a normal person. I love this for Kobe. I think this is amazing for Kobe because it's really showing that a normal schlub can become a superhuman if they work hard enough in One Piece. I think that's great. Very Saitama of him. Very cool. I love that about Kobe. But based on what is going on here and based on how prominent Prince Groose has become, because we see a flashback of Kobe being taught by Garp and how you should leave the old behind because the new generation are the ones that matters because they have limitless potential, which really does go with the themes of One Piece. Prince Groose is there in the flashback. He's a recruit, it looks like, same as Kobe, or he's like a young Marine. But then again, 2 years have passed from that time to here, so it does make sense that he would get promoted and become a rear admiral. I guess he really is the future of the Marines, along with Habari and the rest of the gang, because Prince Groose was instrumental in this whole takedown of Avala Pizarro. It's nuts. Also, Garp is amazing because he cracked the head of Full Length Island. That's incredible. I'm astonished. But still, Smoker is dead. There is no way narratively you can convince me otherwise that Smoker matters beyond this point. I may make a video about him because I think something else will happen. And just based on Kuzan's whole attitude towards Garp during this whole ordeal, it's very likely that this isn't a plot, that he really is a Blackbeard pirate for real. I'm leaning more towards that being the case. But what is very thematically poetic about Kuzan freezing Garp at the end of this chapter is that he froze Saul back in the day, right, as a Marine. But he froze Saul, who was a defected Marine turned pirate, because we know he was the, I think, the standing captain of the New Giant Pirates at that time. I'm not sure if he still is. I think that's Haruden. But yeah, so Kuzan back then froze a Marine turned pirate, and now he himself, a Marine turned pirate, is freezing a Marine, a very highly regarded Marine. Very cool, very poetic. I like that a lot. That's really cool. And apparently, from the flashback that we see from Kobe offering himself up in order to save the 800 Marines that Blackbeard was about to capture, Vasco Shot did not have his devil fruit at that time. So the devil fruit eating has been a very recent event, and Vasco Shot is off his rocker. He is a totally different character. I just can't get over that. He was like a funny drunk lecher when Blackbeard and the boys were attacking Amazon Lily, and now he is a killer clown from outer space. It is very scary. I like it a lot, though. It's very, very weird, but it's very, very cool. But yeah, again, Smoker is dead. I cannot even imagine how you could write Smoker as a possible threat moving forward. Because here's the thing about Kobe. From like the time that that we see him in the time skip with, I believe, Rebecca, all the way up to now, it's been nothing but W's and feats. Even when there have been L's or like underwhelming things happening, it kind of turns around into a dub anyway. Mind you, the last time we saw Smoker, he was getting mollywopped by Virgo, which is crazy. Virgo doesn't even have a devil fruit. He was just getting beat to death by Hockey, which is kind of stuttering, really. I can't even process that. That's crazy. And then he gets mollywopped by Dolphy, only to be saved by Kuzan. So, like, I don't think Kuzan's like a bad guy, but he does bad things. He's very morally gray. And I forgot the timeline of events of where he's a free agent and then he becomes a Blackbeard pirate, but I think he becomes a Blackbeard pirate after he saves Smoker from Doflamingo. I believe so, because like after he becomes a Blackbeard pirate, he has a whole new fit and everything like that. Also, where is his penguin? The penguin named Camel. Where is he? Wild. I hope he's okay. But anyway, yeah, I'm very perplexed as to where Smoker goes from here, because Smoker was like the guy to hunt down Monkey D. Luffy back at the start of the story. Oh, and buddy thing about Smoker, just in general here, he's not even in the color spread. He's going to be in the live action show because it goes up to Logtown, so he has to be in there. But he's not even in the color spread. It's literally every East Blue dude but him. And I don't think Alvida's there either, but that's beside the point. The point is that Smoker, a supposedly big character, is not represented in this color spread that's covering a lot of the beats that are going to be present in the live action adaptation. So, oh boy, indeed, he's dead. I can't be convinced otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm not even really talking about the chapter. I'm just so fixated on this one point because Kobe has taken every morsel of every meal Smoker has ever received and has gobbled it up. He has drunk in his milkshake. It's gone. It's gone. Smoker doesn't matter anymore. It's really, really, really truly about Kobe, Helmeppo, and Prince Groose. They are your three shining stars here. And Helmeppo is really cool because he blocks a cannonball and then he goes in to save Kobe after his giant honesty impact. Kind of a lame name, mind you. Don't like the name of the attack. Galaxy Divide and Galaxy Impact were just amazing for Garp. Really cool. Also, Blue Hole was a cool name. Honesty Impact. It speaks to Kobe's character because he is a man of the people. He really is a true Marine. Matter of fact, when he becomes an admiral, perhaps in the future, his justice will probably be true justice or honest justice. I can see that for him. But yeah, I just do not see where Smoker goes from here. I think I have an idea, but I'll say that for another video. But it's just so funny that Smoker is just gone. I mean, Kobe's even taken Tashigi. Tashigi really has had more screen time overall, I think, compared to Smoker, because she has been intrinsically linked multiple times to Zoro, whereas Smoker has kind of been left in the dust and has been put up to just get mollywopped by Law and Virgo and Doflamingo and whomever else. I don't know. The list goes on and on, apparently. He got caught up in Crocodile's trap back in the day. How embarrassing. Just a blunder after blunder after blunder. Doflamingo even like talks a bit of crap about him because back in the day during Dressrosa, I think this is about around the time before Gear 4th was revealed, Treble, I think it was, brings the newspaper to Doflamingo and Doflamingo's like, oh, Crocodile was taken out by, I think, what was Smoker back then, a captain? Oh, Smoker, the captain, took out Crocodile, the warlord. No way. He didn't even believe in Smoker. He doesn't even know Smoker. Just the sound of that sounded preposterous to him. So Smoker has never gotten any respect whatsoever. Matter of fact, the people that Smoker was mollywopping back in Logtown are now Yonkos. Buggy is a Yonko. Alvida is a Yonko commander, presumably. Where is Smoker? In a ditch. Narratively, he's gone. Think about all the people that Smoker has taken on. Even Sanji. Sanji's a Yonko commander now. Where's Smoker? It's insane. I'm baffled about how things have gone because where is he? Where is he gonna go? And I'm trying to think, has he ever had a W? Because even against Ace, it was really just the show. I guess you could say that was the first time Devil Fruit Hierarchy was shown where he clashed with Ace. I think it's shown off more in the anime, but you do get like a snippet in the manga. Smoke and Fire are just equally yoked, so he can't even get a handle over Ace, which of course he can't. Ace was the second commander of a Yonko crew. He couldn't do anything regardless. The only person he's ever even done anything substantial to is Luffy, and then all the times he's kind of done something to Luffy, it's failed tremendously. He's tried to capture Luffy. Luffy gum balloons out of his smoke. He pins Luffy down with his jute. Boa breaks his jute, so whatever. It's amazing. As a matter of fact, I think he's gotten mollywopped by more warlords than anyone in the series, because he got his jute broken by Hancock. He was imprisoned and almost drowned by Crocodile, and then Doflamingo just beats him up in front of his boys, beats him up, makes all his boys unconscious, and just embarrasses him. That's insane to me. Just think about the legacy of this character throughout this narrative. It's just been embarrassing from start to finish. It's so terrible. I feel so bad for him. What does he do? Like, it's more likely that Tashigi will be promoted higher than him. I could believe Tashigi will get more power-ups than him at this point, because where is he? Even if if he arrives at Egghead, right? What would he do? If he arrives at Egghead right now, what is he going to do? What is he going to do? Rob Lucci gonna mollywop him. Luffy's gonna mollywop him. Half the Straw Hat crew can just take care of him. What threat is he? What is he? I mean, it's a shame too, because he's the first Logia in the series, and by far he has to have been the least impressive, which is a shame because I love his fight against Virgo. I think the rocket hockey punches were cool as ever. The rocket kicks and the rocket punches were amazing. Propelling his fists and his feet with smoke was incredible. It did not matter. It did not matter because he's not doing almost Island Buster level feats like Kobe's doing right now. That's insane. Did you read the chapter? Goodness gracious. He just blows his hand up. He just blows it up. It's gone. He just blows his hand up. He just blows Pizarro's hand up. Also, I would like to mention, I just made a video about this, and I swear, I recorded this like 4 or 5 days ago, how I think Robin is going to fight Pizarro at the end when the inevitable confrontation between the Straw Hats and the Blackbeard Pirates comes to a boil. And now we see that Pizarro is just Robin. Pizarro is Robin because any damage that the island takes while he's possessing it gets transferred to him. There is no other ability like this in One Piece besides the flower fruit. Anything else has been like an independent entity. I think as far as like say Daifuku's genie and like Moria's shadow, those are separate entities. It has never been shown that Daifuku takes damage when the genie is hurt, because I believe there's a point in which Sanji kicks Daifuku's genie. Daifuku is never shown to be hurt. So this is the first time that a power is a direct equivalent to Robin. And that's why I said in that video, Robin's probably going to get some big buffs in the future. Go check that video out. I'll put like a link at the top of the screen here somewhere at this point. But yes, I do think Robin and Avala Pizarro are going to fight, because it just makes sense now. Why would you make this power? It's a very good weakness though, because mind you too, Pika didn't have this weakness. Pika was just controlling a shell. So with Avala Pizarro, it's a direct connection to his body. I think that's a really cool offset, and that makes a lot of sense, and it's really priming him to really get hurt by things, as we've seen in this chapter. And Avala Pizarro is a tank because he's taken a big beating from both Garp and Kobe, so that's very impressive. But yeah, no other power but the flower fruit is like this in the series, so that's really amazing. But anyway, again, from Kobe, I don't think he's going to get a Dofru in the future, because it wouldn't really make sense, because now he kind of is a guy that is focused solely on super strength and hockey development, so it really wouldn't make sense to give him a devil fruit. I could see Helmeppo getting one because Helmeppo kind of sort of is a guy that is lacking in ability for the most part. Also, shout out to all my Bogart boys who were behind me. I'm sorry, bros, we lost. I am so sorry we lost. Bogart is a fraud and a sham, apparently, which breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. I was for sure, for certain, that Bogart was going to cut up that hand. That was not the case. I am in shambles. Call me Law, because I'm shambled. I am shambled. Goodness gracious, is Bogart going to do anything? He just sits around and acts cool and smokes his Law cigarette. Is he going to do anything? Goodness. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating because you want these characters to do something. But now, since Garp, well, I don't think Garp's dead, much like how Saul wasn't dead when Kuzan froze him. Garp isn't dead, but he was smiling, so he's a D for real, for real. Don't think he's dead because they would have confirmed that he's dead, but I do think for all intents and purposes, he's probably just out of the story from this point forward. I do wonder how Luffy is going to react to this news because this is kind of a big deal. Like, the man was Luffy's father figure, so it is going to be very interesting how he reacts. Also, it's going to be interesting how Sabo reacts too because he was also a father figure to him. So yeah, going to be interesting. Going to be really, really interesting. I don't know about Smoker because you would think Smoker would react to Kuzan becoming a Blackbeard pirate. Not even a Blackbeard pirate, like a 10th Titanic captain. Like, he's in there, supposedly, like, for real, for real. And we don't even know if Smoker's a part of Sword, which is another, like, baffling thing that I'm wigging out about. I'm like, whoa! Because now, even, like, as a cool, like, adult guy in the Marines, or in the Sword variant of Marines, that spot is taken by X-Drake. Where's Smoker, bruh? Because I'm thinking about it now. X-Drake has had more to do, and even though X-Drake has been like the most impressive, he's been more interesting, at least, than Smoker, because he's had more backstory than Smoker. Mind you, Smoker's backstory in seeing Roger's execution, that's in the anime. That's not even really that real, because it wasn't even touched upon in chapter 0, I don't think. So that's not even real, bruh. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know, bruh. I don't know, bro. Because X-Drake is tied to Law. That's interesting. He's tied to a former pirate, so he's kind of like, he's reformed himself. It's an interesting backstory with X-Drake. There's things to talk about, at least. He's connected to Kobe. There's just discussion to be had with X-Drake. With Smoker, I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. Because every avenue has been denied for him at this point and has been replaced with another character. Like, even it was a bit about like him kind of being close to Hina, and I don't even know if that's even real anymore, because Hina's been hanging out with just other characters now, and Hina has just been more important than him because Hina doesn't falter. Hina's actually trained Django and full body. Like, she has a purpose in the story narratively. So it's just weird that he's done nothing. I mean, is there an important G5 member that he's mentored? No, there's not. I don't know, because Hina has had more impact on more characters than Smoker. Tashigi now has gone off on a mission on her own. And then two, we were just introduced to Doll. So what is she gonna do? Where is Smoker in all of this? I keep asking this because the more I talk about it, the more I'm like, wow, all these characters are just replacing him beat after beat. Even like in terms of Logia fruit, I love his fruit. I love that he's bad because he has to compensate for it. He's one of like the few Logias that are bad. It's really like him, Karibo, and then whomever's going to eat the snow fruit. Those are the only really unintrusive fruits that aren't like world-ending, devastating abilities. So it's just, oh, I guess Karasu also counts, because Karasu's like not super devastating, but he's effective though. He's effective, so I can't really even put him in the same category as Karibo, Smoker, and then the Snow fruit, because he does have weapons made out of soot in his arsenal. So that's kind of a weird caveat there. But yeah, I'm baffled. I'm shook. I don't know. I just don't know, man. Because moving moving forward, Kobe's only gonna keep scaling up. That's the problem, because this is the start. It's shown that, like, right now, Luffy was at 500 million in Dressrosa. Kobe basically just did a Dressrosa level feat. He did what Luffy did basically with Gear 3rd against Pika. He blew up Pika's head with Gear 3rd. I think with like Grizzly Magnum or something. He blew up Pika's head with Grizzly Magnum, okay? So that's an equivalent. So he's done that plus more because, of course, Avala Pizarro's Island Fruit had a bigger body manifestation than Pika. Pika was on an island. Avala Pizarro was the island. You kind of feel me on that. So this is like the Zoro feat and the Luffy feat combined. So he's at least equivalent to both of them back then. Now, people were saying that Conquerors is involved. I'm not too sure I want to call him a Conquerors user just yet, but Conquerors is sort of kind of main character power. It is, but it isn't, because like Shinjo had it, so it's kind of like yes and no. If you're being pessimistic, yes, but to be more of an optimist, it's like a mixture of both. Like, it shows you that this dude is a bad dude, but I really wouldn't call it a main character power because anybody can get it, and some guys who are important don't have it. Like Lucy doesn't have it, for example. Well, as far as we know, Lucy doesn't have it. But Kobe very well could, because Kobe has always been like hockey sensitive because he bloomed his hockey during Marineford. So this, like, and then really too, with his training up to this point, it does make sense that he got hockey so quickly because he was pushing himself every day. So even after garbage training. So it does make sense. To me, from a lore perspective, it's not out of nowhere. It does make sense. It is valid. And I do like Kobe. I like that he is progressing. I do like that he is now really shaping up to be the rival for Luffy, because things will end presumably as they started with Luffy and Kobe. And that's kind of cool. That's cool. And now he can maybe pay Luffy back for that gum bullet that he got in the face during Marineford. That would be interesting. But yeah, it's nice to see that Kobe is rising up in power. But Smoker's dead. Narratively, he's gone. But we'll talk about Smoker in depth another time and where I think he will go. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. There is a break next week, so expect more content from me. Also, I'd like to point out there is a Rose Skull podcast episode, and I called that Kobe would have a relationship with the Battleship bags, so I'm staking it. I called it before this came out. I called it. Okay, everybody. Talk to you next time. Give me your thoughts, though.